Hi Virgo, this is Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings, and I am here to do an end of March into April energy check and read for you. I am coming back from a hiatus. I had a baby, so if she wakes up during this and you hear her, if you watch some of the other videos, if you're watching your cross-watching or watching your sun, moon, and rising, you'll hear her talking very loquaciously in the background. So yes, that's what I've been up to. I'm going to be using the Game of Thrones tarot here, which has been quite fun. And then I'm going to use my own Wild Starfire Oracle. I need to draw a card or so at the end. So let's get into it. I've done quite a bit of shuffling, but I'll go ahead and shuffle some on camera as well. Ooh. And so we are looking, that's good, looking good. A little jumper there, oops. Ace of Coins, yes. Virgo can always go for that. So we'll go ahead and shuffle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising of Virgo from the end of March into April. And, you know, depending on your circumstances, these energies can carry before or after this time frame as well. All right, so for Virgo, what do we got for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising? All right, here we go. Starting off with the Ten of Cups. Love that. Ten of Cups. So some happy endings and conclusions to things that have been going on. We have the King of Spears, which is the King of Wands. All right, let's see what we're going here. Okay, so I'm seeing both situations for Virgos. Some of you are having happy endings, leaving a relationship, and some of you are having happy endings, leaving being single. Well, it's very interesting, but it's looking good. So it's almost looking like one or the other. There's these dramatic swings that are here. So if you've been dealing with cheating going on and negative situations such as that, and you haven't known how to come out of this negative relationship, I see that releasing and you being able to finally express that and get it out, expressing the negative side of things that you haven't been able to get out, and releasing, romanticizing them, but then getting into a very good place excuse me, with that. And this could be with a water sign or a fire sign, particularly a Cancer or a Leo, that you're experiencing this with. There's also air here as well. So that there can be leaving, but then there is also, for some of you, leaving that time of being that independent hermitish Virgo there who has all your ducks in a row but has no one to share it with. For those of you, I see this being a very happy ending where you're able to stop hiding your feelings and able to move forward and kind of get over that fear of being cheated on and connect. So it's very it's two different stories and they seem contradictory, but they're very like all or nothing basically for Virgo. Those of you in bad relationships, you're gonna reach your limit. There's the full moon in Libra this weekend, and it really is going to ask us to release whatever is not suiting us in our relationships, whether it is our belief that we can't have a good relationship and we're staying single, and so we need to, you know, come out of that singlehood and go into a relationship, or whether we're in these toxic relationships and we need to release that and become single in order to have this happy ending full of love and, you know, connectedness that's there. Kind of your own sacred space to yourself. All right, what else is up for Virgo? Now, some of you are very burdened when it comes to situations at the home. I see that very much highlighted. You don't know, yes, you don't know if you should stay or if you should go. You're not necessarily feeling like the king or queen of your own castle. Your heart might not be in it. Now, for some of you, this is as simple as decorating. Some of you, your house is not decorated the way you want it to be. It's not set up the way. Some of you just have a lot of baggage and maybe kind of like hoarding a bit in the home that's built up, and that's not you. It's not what you know feels like you, and so really needing to throw that out. Here's the trap door here, the moon door on Game of Thrones here, which is like a door that comes, they like are up in the sky in this castle, and it's like you throw it all the way down, open it, and yes, so needing to have a bit more control right now. Internally, you've been a little bit out of control lately with your emotions, either completely cutting them off to deal with that, or just internally just like, you know, raging and then going into big depressions and then going into wanting to just have no boundaries with someone and just give every ounce of love away, but giving the responsibility away with that as well, which for some of you is the reason why your partnerships aren't working out, because you're with people who, this King of Wands, the Emperor here, they don't want responsibility for how you feel. They don't want to have to owe you feelings. They don't. And for some of you who are dating an earth sign as well, another earth sign, the Queen of Coins, is showing up here. They don't want to be responsible for your feelings and what's going on with you, and if you try to make them responsible for it, they're not going to work out at all. They're going to leave. So that's part of your lesson right now, Virgo, is to learn that it's okay to have that control, to kind of own up to your feelings, own up to even just the love that you have, that even the love that we have in our hearts for someone else is our own responsibility to caretake and put boundaries on, and to nurture or to release. And that's going to be a big theme here. Yes, so really working on the home for some of you. It's a good time to declutter, to reevaluate if you're in roommate situations and things that are really not suiting you. And really get your heart back in the right place for it. But it is needing to take control. Some of you might have a roommate or a spouse, or I'm even seeing a parental figure that you live with, who they kind of take over control of finances or how the home is run, and it's running you guys straight into the ground. And so you really need to, they should, maybe at one point they had a head on their shoulders for taking care of these kind of things, but they don't anymore. And Virgo is usually a sign that can handle that. Now, for some of you, this is you, Virgo. You're not handling your shit. You're not, taking care of things. You're wanting to up and run. Every time your heart's desires aren't just granted to you, every time it's not easy, every time the party's over, you're just ready to bounce, and kind of controlling the environment in a very negative way, that isn't making it be like a home for everybody. So really reevaluate yourself if you're in that cycle right now, and remember that the reason the universe keeps throwing a ton on you is because you're a caretaker sign, Virgo. You're the sign of day-to-day responsibilities, and having your shit together. Like the rest of us look to you and Capricorn to have everything together, and so the universe is gonna keep doing that until you and those around you are gonna keep doing that until you kind of whip yourself into shape. For those of you who are giving Virgos a bad name and lousing around, okay? All right, let's draw a few more of these, and then we'll go into our oracle card. Okay. I see communication being a little bit difficult for you. It's like you really want to speak your mind. You have a lot on your mind that you're wanting to say, to get off your chest. There's this big feeling of you just needing to get a lot off your shoulders, a lot off your chest this month, or this week going into the energies. I do feel like it will be going through into this lunar cycle, actually, into the next full moon. Some of you have really been wanting to end your job. And some of you have been really wanting to release things with family and to let that go. Your own family planning. You might really be in a place, some of you, where you don't know if you can have, it's like you're trying to pick and you don't want to pick, but you're trying to gain clarity. And I do see you guys finding the clarity, but it's trying to decide, do I want to family plan? Is this something that I want to have? Do I want to have this career? Can I have both? How does this all play out? How does this work for me? Kind of thing. Because you're not feeling that timing is right with a lot of this. And so you're going to be coming out of this cycle, but still in it a bit at this point. But you're starting to gain clarity and kind of figure out what it is you want. Because for a long time, you didn't even know what you wanted at all. And so now you're going to start knowing what you wanted, but you might want to use a little bit of decorum or tact when you are communicating that with others, because you'll suddenly it's almost like in the middle of dinner, in the middle of a conversation, and in the middle of a sentence, you'll suddenly realize, oh, that's what I want all along. I don't want this relationship, and or I want to move, and I'm going to do that, and it's just going to come up in seemingly random times, but it's like you've been brooding and working on this. You were holding up that transition of the death card for so long that when it hits you, it's going to come with a lot of clarity, and it's going to seem topsy-turvy to others, but it's really that you're waiting for this timing to happen, and as soon as it clicks into place, you're going to be like, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, bam. So just give people a little bit of cushion room to catch up with you on that. Okay, going into, let me do that on camera. Going into the oracle here with the wild starfire oracle. Oh, oh, another sign got this. So I just dropped the box, but that's okay. Which sign got this? Was it Taurus? I think it might have been Taurus got this card. So calling wild, come to me, sisters, come together, there's trouble to brew, summoning and crying out loud. And it's the card for Mercury. So this Mercury retrograde that we're currently in is going to be very profound for you. We did see that the communication is coming up in your reading here. And this is really about kind of getting everything internally within you right, so that you can communicate out loud, so that you can ask for support and what you need, and so that you can be a little freer and wilder in your mind and in your communication, so that you can allow yourself to envision a life where you can have all of these different things juxtaposed but moving smoothly, so you're not feeling like you have to like run away from your life anymore, or wish that you could run away from your life. So this is a really good card to continue having communication, or to open up communication with others, but very specifically so with those you can trust. Oh my goodness, this card came out too for, I think it was Leo or Cancer. I am dark passion, I am the darkness. So this is about embodying all aspects of yourself and not being villainized by any of them, but doing them in a healthy way. This is about really this deep evolution that you've been going through, this deep transformation, and finally letting it happen and embracing it and realizing how many different avenues it opens up to you here to follow. And both of these cards deal with communication. Bats have their echolocation. They really watch, they use sound to watch out where they're going. So really listening to what those around you are saying, what they're communicating, what they're posting, how they respond to what you say, when they find out something that you're doing in your life, what are the words, the tones that they're using, seeing if you want them in your circle, and if they should be part of your sounding board or not, and really taking people off of that, knowing who you can share with and who you can't. And who kind of thinks and communicates like you in a way that will push you further into visualizing and bringing to be what you want in your life. Yes, I'm like, yeah, really sit with bat energy and bat medicine. We also have penguin here too, especially if you guys got this in your other readings, because they came up in the other one. So that is your reading, your tidbit reading here for the end of March into April. I hope you liked it. Drop a comment below and see how it felt for you. Let us know. And please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you soon.